All right, I'm over in Wisconsin right now, and tomorrow is the opening day of my turkey season, season C. I'm headed up to an area that over the years has been a very consistent roosting area. So I'll just hike back there, set up, see if I can hear any gobbling. Might take out the owl hooter, and hopefully I can get set up on a bird for tomorrow morning. Like 3 of them gobbled at that. Oh man, they usually don't gobble until once they're up in the trees, it seems like, but I almost feel like those other 2 that I'm hearing are moving my way. Like they're getting closer to where that first one gobbled from, like they're walking across a private field over there. They're on the other side of the river from me right now. I just sit over here to get a good location of them. Sometimes I'll fly over to this side of the river in the morning. Well, they really like that, but God, these birds are so unpredictable. They definitely flew down and went the other way from the roost. So it's like a crapshoot which way they come, whether they come to this area of the public land or if they go the other direction. And the only way for me to get to that other side where they're headed is to get back in the truck and go around. And there's not a lot of public land over there. It's kind of interspersed. So I think my best bet now, knowing where they are, if I get to the other side of the river, when the hens start dropping off and those gobblers become available again, then maybe I can coax one in. So I moved over to where those birds had moved off to. They went to private land, so I couldn't go right to them, but I'm in public land surrounding it, and I've been sitting here for about an hour, 45 minutes, an hour. Started calling a little bit more, off and on with the box call, and then just recently hit it with the glass call, and I got a bird to respond to me. He's probably 200-300 yards away on the private land, but we'll see what happens. It sounded like he was a lone gobbler. Well, I'd been sitting here calling for, I don't know, maybe 10-15 minutes. Gave a couple good sequences, and I could hear something coming in behind me, and it ended up being 2 jakes, and they saw my decoy, which of course is a half-strut jake, and they wanted nothing to do with that. So they just started basically just heading back the direction they came from. So I started driving around, asking permission on private, and there's this massive place that butts up to the river that I never thought I would have got, but they don't have anybody hunting on here right now. They had no problems with me coming in here. The neighboring field had 2 toms when I drove by, and they said there's a lot of turkeys here, so I decided to come right out here, take a lay of the land, see what it looks like. All right, today's my first morning trying out that new private land that I got access to. When I just kind of walked the lay of the land yesterday, I ended up seeing about 7 birds. A couple of them were toms, just kind of walking around in the fields. And so my plan was not to really do too much hunting yesterday afternoon, but just come in here in the morning and get a feel for where they roost, how they move, because I will have a couple tags to fill. I came up to this field. There's 3 strutters in it on this logging road. So I'm gonna try and crawl. I see if I get close enough to them so when they walk by I can shoot. All right, so those toms, they ended up not coming out of the field where I thought they were going to. They cut off the trail and headed into the woods. So based on the direction they were going, I backed out, took a big loop, looked at the map, picked a spot, and then I just came in here, set up hopefully to get way ahead of them. I'm gonna do some calling and then sit here for maybe an hour or two. Bird down. You know, I made a bit of an assumption when those 3 bright red heads came coming in through the woods nearing my decoy. Naturally, I assumed that they were the 3 longbeards that I just saw leave that field maybe 45 minutes ago. But it turns out that this one's actually a jake, and I'm assuming the other 2 are probably jakes also. They seemed identical in size. The shot that I took was actually probably around 35 yards, and I was pretty lucky that I even got it off. They knew something was up. The tree that I was against was not very wide. It did not have much cover around me, so they may have definitely seen me. So I just knew that once they started putting, I needed to get the gun ready in position. They were starting to circle around nervously. I got the gun up, and as soon as that head came back into view again, I shot. The other 2 ran off, and that one was down right there.